Am I on? Yeah, there we
Yeah.
go.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh my
I feel like I
God.
haven't seen you in a long time, and it's
It
only
has
been
been
like
a
probably 2 weeks.
but it feels
But it
like it's
feels
been a
long.
month. It feels like it's been a month. Karabo, so the last time you and I spoke, you were in the middle of school because you're working on your honors. You were working with us doing SOLA. You were
Mhm.
also you just had gotten your job at 5FM.
Yes,
Plus, you were trying to survive a pandemic in the midst of all
absolutely,
that. How
absolutely.
how are you?
Better. I must tell everyone, you're probably wondering, how did you guys pull off like a whole animation and a whole production in the middle of a pandemic? We actually did it. I'm still so wowed that we pulled it off. The cast only, and this is just about three or four of us, only really met each other face to face when we were recording. And it was for a very short time, masks, social distancing, absolutely. So we couldn't even hug. Okay. For people that don't know, I think, we have to mention this, AJ, how from the beginning, how we started a couple of months ago, literally all our first table read happened via Zoom, every single
Yeah,
rehearsal.
yeah.
We would do it during the week or on weekends. A lot of my Saturday evenings were made up, of us rehearsing as a cast, and then a lot of one-on-ones. But every single thing happened via Zoom. And I think in the beginning, a lot of us were just like, how is this going to work? How are we going to actually pull this off? And the thing is, we were trying to pull this off with you and Curry, obviously, in a different country. And you guys are all the way in the States.
Yes.
And it's like, how are we
Yes.
going to do this? And it's been absolutely incredible, watching you and Tangi make it happen. And, especially in a difficult time where we're dealing with a pandemic, every single cast member's got different things going on. I mean, you just mentioned how I was starting my radio show, doing my honors. I mean, there were
Yeah.
some days we, log on to Zoom and I'm like, guys, I am not okay. I'm really not okay. So I think for you guys, putting this project together, and you have to deal with, everybody's emotions. You have to deal with, I mean, sometimes as an artist, you're not always at your best. You're not always 100%.
Mhm.
You've got 100 million things happening at the same time. But to be
Yeah.
quite honest, I think there's so much magic in creating something from the bottom. And I think that's
Right.
what kept me going, even in the midst of all the busyness that you were talking about.
If
Yeah.
if you were to listen to the videos from our first recording all the way to like what was recorded in the booth, that transformation was incredible. That transformation was like, wow, we did that. We did that.
I mean, I
Yeah.
remember being very exhausted after recording because it wasn't just a voice thing. It's a physical thing. Sola has a lot of fight scenes, because Sola's running away from people who are hunting her down. These are magic hunters that are hunting poor Sola down, who
Mhm.
is confused about what the hell is going on. She's just, first of all, she's going to this Aurora Mystery School, which is a
Right.
magic school, and she has no idea what to expect there.
Mm.
That's why she's got Daniat and Julani, who she meets, that kind of trying to explain to her, this is what's about to happen, girl. This is what's up. So she's shocked and overwhelmed by that. And then here are these, and she already has gone through very traumatic things, like losing her sister. So there's that too. There's that pain as well. She's also only just discovering that she's got this magic ability. She's
Yeah.
going through a lot. And so with those magic hunters, there are a lot of fight scenes. And those were exhausting.
I
Those were
can
very
imagine.
exhausting to
Mhm.
bring to life.
For sure.
Um,
It is exhausting because you're going through literally the spectrum of emotions that there is. You're going
yeah.
from happy, sad, angry, stress, tired,
Yes.
sleepy. Like you're going through it all. Like imagine that whole spectrum. You're doing this, and how many hours they spend with you? Probably 2 hours,
Yeah, it was
something like
about
something.
2 hours. Yeah, and the thing with an animation, for everybody that's like watching that doesn't know the process of how it works, is that you record the lines,
Mm.
and you're also recording the lines. It's just you in the booth, so you're not recording with the person that is in your scene.
Can you see? Right,
So you don't have that energy to feed off from. You know what I mean?
right.
So
You're
yeah, so there's
generating.
that. Yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
then then you record the sound effects later. So then some of the sounds, like if I'm fighting, I need to then, after all those scenes are recorded, we need to now record the actual sounds from a fight scene. So
so if you were tired before, you're gonna be ready to bed once you're done with that.
absolutely mind-blowing stuff, you know. Yeah, I respect the post-production people that have to put all of that together. Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to read some of the comments because people are like, these comments are lit. People are just
yes,
loving
and
it.
I'm talking so much. I'm not stopping. You see, I can carry on.
You can, and that's why we have you here. We want you to talk. Look, listen. Actually, as a matter of fact, I hope I don't get your name wrong. Somebody says Dumi Sani, if I get that correctly, says I can listen to her speak any day.
And boy, do I love to speak.
We love it, though. We love it.
Absolutely.
You were
and yeah. Sorry, AJ.
No.
I was about to say about the recording experience.
Mm-hmm.
Voice acting is very hard. You know, I think
yes.
I'm not saying it's more difficult than, you know, acting like in a film or theater or anything like that. I'm not comparing, but I just want to give insight into the thing is no one's seeing your face. You can't use your pretty face or facial expressions or hey look I'm crying and you see the tears. No. People need to hear the heartbreak. Mm-hmm. They need to hear the smile. They need to hear everything. And you need to bring that alive with your voice. And it's really a challenge. But what it taught me, it's literally about just playing.
Okay.
It's literally about just playing, doing things a couple of times, trying out things a couple of ways, and just kind of like letting go. Because I think we tend to take things seriously a lot and you want to get things like perfect, and I'm a perfectionist.
Actually, I gave Tandy this advice, is embrace the chaos. But I'm giving this advice really for myself because I'm like you. I like my structures. I like my A, B, C, D all the way through Z, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I like my step, and when those don't check mark, or when that structure does not follow through from beginning to end, I tend to break down or collapse. So one of the things that has been on my radar a lot has been let go of control, let go of rigidity, play, let it have fun, just go with the flow. Speaking of, you talk, I love how you were talking about, like, you know, if you want to do it, this is the time to do it. Do you have any advice for any aspiring actors that are looking to start voice acting, or you know, they want to learn to do something like what we're doing in the midst of this pandemic?
I think a lot of us complain about opportunities not opening up, right? Mm-hmm. And that is true, that sometimes we are overlooked as people. Mm-hmm. We study things, and you know, people go and go to acting school for 4 or 5 years and they don't get acting jobs. Mm-hmm. But I think we need to remember that nobody owes you anything in this world. Yeah. No one owes you anything in this world, and you need to try and equip yourself with as much as you possibly can. So yes, you want to be a voice actor, go out and find information about being a voice actor, and you don't have to go to school for it, but YouTube is your friend. Also, I think it's important to also find out about the different careers around that particular thing. Not everybody is going to be the star. If we go to film school right now and we're both acting, AJ, doesn't mean that we are both going to be film stars. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do I have a bit of information about being a producer? How about being a director? Oh, how does sound work? How does editing work? I think it's so important for us to equip ourselves with different skills in that particular thing that we want to do. I think it's extremely important.